Welcome back, guys. We are demonstrating the Ember DS Lab data science application, and we were generating the data for our use case vehicle detection. Means we are generating the data, vehicle detection data, and then we'll apply the classification algorithm naive Bayes over there. In the last video, we were generating the data, and I did the pause, but the video got stopped, and that's why I'm making a new video over here. So if you did not see the previous part, please watch my previous video. You will come to know about the things. Now I will continue with the generation. Now what we need to do basically for this particular use case, as we are having 5 columns over here, we need to generate the rules for every column. Okay, so we need to create the rules over here. It is very easy to create the rules. We need to just go to the ad hoc view, and here we need to mention the column name. So if we have these particular names, okay, we'll choose the number of wheels. All the columns we have to mention here one by one, column name. Then we need to choose the type of this, just like numeric. Then we need to choose what rules we need to apply, the generation, whether it is random or sequential. Then we need to mention another rule, what would be the range or what would be the minimum value, etc, etc. So in this way we need to put the rules over here. We need to put the value to the rules, all these rules. So I have done already this work. In the next, in this another window in the tab, I will show you all these rules which I have put for every column. So for object length I have put these rules, for number of wheels I have put these rules. As it is little bit, it will take some minutes to provide you all the rules. Okay, so that's why I'll skip all this rule creation, and I'm directly showing you all these things. Now for all the previous columns like windows on each side, etc, etc, we are just putting the rules like minimum, maximum, range, generation, random, etc. But for vehicle type, which is very important, vehicle type is dependent on all the previous columns, on the values of all the previous columns. So there is a dependency exists between the columns, and that's why we have mentioned that it is a multi-column dependency. And what are the columns on which it is dependent on? All 4 columns. Based on all 4 columns value, the value of this particular column will be generated, and we need to put the conditions. So I have put conditions, 3 conditions over here, and one is the else condition. Total 4 conditions are there. So I have put the conditions here on the basis of which the data will be generated for this particular column, vehicle type. So now just enter, submit this, wait for some seconds. Although it is very easy to apply the rule, although it is very easy and convenient to put the rules, but still I'm saving some time by directly showing you all the rules. Okay, now we can see that the data is generated. Our new use case data is generated, and it is showing some column 0, column 1 might be. Okay, there may be a bug. Now the accuracy score, we can see that the stats, again we can see the stats, accuracy score, F1 score, precision score, recall score. Obviously the data is generated very accurately, that's why we are getting the score 1 every time. Again we can see the data stats, we can see the ranges of the data, count for each range. Here we can go to the column details, and separately we can see the data stats, max, most repeated, duplicate entry, outlier if present, minimum difference, maximum difference, min, max, median. All these values we can easily see. And again we can change the graph if wish, or we can see the all data values if we want. It will show you these things. Now what we'll do next, we'll go back to the history, and we'll see how many actions we have performed, how many operations we have performed. So if you can see that we have performed 4 operations till now, and last operation performed was the perform algorithm. And if you want to see all the things, so just click on here, we'll see that experiment 1 run details. We have performed classification, regression, 2 times classification, we have applied logistic regression, we have applied linear regression, SVM, naive Bayes, etc, etc, and data sets, whatever the data sets we have used for this. If you want to view the stats, we can easily go to the view stats, and it will show you the stats again, all the stats which were shown at the time of generation or algorithm application. Now we'll go back to the again new, and we'll go to the algorithm type. One more use case is there, which is very important use case in the regression. We'll apply this use case in the regression type. If you see the data set, now one more important point is here, that whatever uploaded data sets are there, that we can see here for the regression. It was previously uploaded, so we can see here engine 1. Now if we take the engine performance as a data set, and if you submit this for the linear regression, let's see what comes out over here. Okay, so here we got this engine performance. We are having various settings: setting 1, setting 2, setting 3, number of rotations, room temperature, and then obviously the last will be the engine throughput. So the last column regression is the engine throughput column, which we are predicting. So the target column is engine throughput. Now many of the times it happens that when we are testing the data sets, when we are applying the algorithms, some of the columns we don't want, some of the columns we want to delete those columns, and we want to retest the performance of the data set or a particular algorithm over that particular data set by modifying the data set. So this is the use case where we are modifying the data set and applying again. So let's suppose we want to delete the first column setting, so we'll just click on delete. So wait for some seconds and we'll see the new results. Maybe it may happen that we'll get the same stats, but data will be definitely changed. So we are getting setting 2, setting 3, setting 3 now, and although it is a same engine performance data set, okay, we can see the stats here over here. Now setting 1 is not over here. If you see this p values, setting 2, setting 3, it is only showing setting 2 and setting 3. Setting 1 is not over there. Here also setting 1 is not over there, so it is changed data set again. Now if we go to the regression type again, if you select the regression, if you select the linear or polynomial, select the linear regression, and if you select the data set, okay, here we can see that modified 1, the entry for modified 1 comes engine performance 2, means we have modified engine performance where we are having 3 setting values, and now we are having engine performance 2, which is having only 2 values, 2 setting values. Now over any data set, if you want to modify the data set based on the R square value, means if I want that engine performance 2 should have a R square value as 0.8 or 0.9, let's suppose 0.9. So I can do that in this particular application. This application modifies the data set based on the R square value, and let's check out this. So I'm again repeating that we are in the modified use case, means we are modifying the data set, we are deleting the columns as well as we are setting their R square value. So the data set is modified internally to get the R square value whatever we have supplied over there. Now if we just cross check here, it is coming 0.91, which is nearly to the 0.9. It means the data set got modified to get the R square value, and here we can see that 0.9, and here we can see that setting 2, the first column is setting 2, setting 1 is gone. Obviously it's a modified data set. So it means we can modify data set to get the particular R square result. Based on that it will modify, and again we can check this graph results over the graph. Okay, so we are finishing over here. In the next video we will see about the data generator and remaining data science lab features. Thank you.